Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. This is your number one destination for World Cup 2026 match breakdowns and highlights. So hit that subscribe button right now and let's get into it, because we have another moment of pure Julian Alvarez brilliance, another red card drama, another extra time Argentine survival to break down from Kansas City, Missouri. Argentina defeated Switzerland 3-1 after extra time at Kansas City Stadium on Saturday. And this was one of the most physically, mentally, and emotionally demanding matches of this entire 2026 FIFA World Cup. Alexis Mac Allister headed Argentina in front in the 10th minute from a Messi assist. Dan Doy, the Swiss hero, equalized with a composed finish under Emiliano Martinez in the 67th minute. Breel Embolo was controversially sent off for a second yellow card, diving, in the 72nd minute. And then in extra time, Julian Alvarez delivered the moment of the tournament, curling a stunning left-footed strike into the top corner in the 112th minute before Lautaro Martinez sealed it from a rebound in the 121st. Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. The defending champions are in the semifinals, and an Argentina versus England semifinal in Atlanta on Wednesday is now confirmed. Let's break it all down. Before we get into the goals and the controversy, let's understand what both these nations brought into this quarter-final showdown. Argentina, the defending world champions, who had needed a miraculous 3-goal comeback in the final 11 minutes to defeat Egypt in the round of 16, arrived in Kansas City knowing they had been far from their best at this tournament, but knowing that champions find ways to win. Messi with 8 goals and countless assists. Mac Allister and DePaul controlling midfield. Emiliano Martinez as one of the most commanding and theatrical goalkeepers in the world, and a squad deep enough that Lautaro Martinez, a striker who would walk into almost any other team's starting 11, was still coming off the bench as a substitute. Switzerland, on the other hand, arrived as the most unlikely quarter-finalists of this entire tournament, a nation that had not been this far at a World Cup since 1954, having defeated Algeria in the round of 32 and then Colombia on penalties in the round of 16. Without their top scorer Johan Manzambi through injury, Murat Yakin had built his entire game plan around defensive organization, quick transitions, and the explosive pace of Dan Doy in behind opposition defenses. Kansas City Stadium was sold out and buzzing with the electric atmosphere of a World Cup quarterfinal. And Argentina drew first blood in the most clinical fashion in just the 10th minute. Messi, drifting to the right side of the Swiss penalty area, spotted Mac Allister's run into the box and delivered a precise, looping cross with the outside of his right foot. Mac Allister rose above Fabian Schär and directed a firm header far beyond Gregor Kobel's outstretched hand into the corner of the net. 1-0 Argentina. Messi throwing his arms around Mac Allister in celebration. Another Argentina goal from another Messi assist. Switzerland had barely settled before they were behind. But Yakin's side regrouped quickly and for long spells of the first half made Argentina look uncomfortable. Granit Xhaka driving forward and forcing Emiliano Martinez into an early save. Doy causing problems with his direct running down the right channel. The halftime whistle came with Argentina 1-0 ahead, but Switzerland very much in this match. And then in the 67th minute, the equalizer that Switzerland absolutely deserved. Ricardo Rodriguez, the veteran left back, one of the most experienced players in this Swiss squad, drove forward and threaded a perfectly weighted through ball into the penalty area, slipping Doy in behind Argentina's defensive line. The Nottingham Forest winger bore down on Emiliano Martinez, showed composure beyond his years, and rolled the ball low beneath the goalkeeper's outstretched leg and into the bottom corner. 1-1. Dan Doy, who had already been one of the tournament's best young players, had Switzerland level, and suddenly the entire Swiss bench believed. The quarterfinal was completely alive. And then came the moment that changed everything. The moment that will be argued about for weeks and months and years. In the 72nd minute, Breel Embolo, already on a yellow card for a challenge on Lisandro Martinez, went down under a challenge from Christian Romero in the Argentine penalty area. The referee initially waved play on, seeing no foul, but then spotted that Embolo had already received a yellow card earlier in the match. After a VAR review, the referee confirmed that Embolo had simulated, dived, and his second yellow card meant an automatic red. Breel Embolo sent off. And yet Switzerland, exhausted, reduced, playing on nothing but pure heart and pride, held on through the remainder of normal time. Emiliano Martinez made crucial saves. Mac Allister fired wide. Messi had a shot tipped around the post. 90 minutes came with the score still 1-1, and for the second consecutive World Cup quarterfinal in Kansas City, the match went to extra time. And in extra time, Argentina kept coming, kept pressing, kept creating, until in the 112th minute Julian Alvarez received the ball wide on the left wing. He drove inside, checked onto his left foot, and then, with a swing of such extraordinary precision and power, curled a dipping, bending, magnificent strike into the top right corner of the net that gave Kobel absolutely no chance and had Kansas City Stadium shaking. 2-1 Argentina. Alvarez wheeling away, Messi sprinting across the pitch to celebrate with him, Argentina's bench spilling onto the field in pure joy. And then in the 121st minute, the 1 minute of extra time remaining, Messi drove a corner into the box. Thiago Almada drove at Kobel and was denied, but the rebound fell perfectly into the path of Lautaro Martinez, who tapped home into an empty net. 3-1 Argentina. Game over. Champions through. Full time and extra time. Argentina 3, Switzerland 1. And what an exhausting, controversial, dramatic match it was from first minute to last. Julian Alvarez's goal in the 112th minute, that curling, dipping, technically perfect left-footed strike, is already being called one of the great World Cup quarterfinal goals of the modern era, and it is very difficult to argue against that. Mac Allister with the opening goal and a tireless performance throughout. And Messi, 9 World Cup goals at this tournament, 8 assists, the most goal contributions of any player in the history of a single World Cup edition, was once again the architect of everything that Argentina created. Switzerland leave Kansas City having produced their best World Cup performance in 72 years. Ndoye's equalizer was world-class. The defensive organization under immense pressure was heroic, and the red card controversy will follow them home as the defining what-if of their extraordinary tournament. Argentina face England in Atlanta on Wednesday, July 15th. Defending champions versus a team that has not won the World Cup since 1966. Messi versus Bellingham. Alvarez versus Kane. One of the great semifinals in the history of this competition. The 2026 World Cup semifinals are here, and they are going to be absolutely electric. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, share this video with all your football-loving friends. Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our World Cup content. I will see you in the next one. Let's go.